start unloading it off the trailer. Okay. Everyone, so here's a better look of the Monte Carlo. So right now I'm reprogramming the key. It didn't come with the battery. Neither did that one. That one came with one, but it's bad. So I took out the battery from my GXP. Fits perfect. And I noticed the harmonical balancer on the bottom. It's really hard to see, but it's a pulley connected to the crankshaft, and it's off this way a little bit more than that one and that one, and the belt was off a little bit off the pulley. So hopefully we just get it started, just so I can reverse it back enough where I can kind of angle it, so when I take out the transmission I don't have to go around, or I could pull in my other car. Nothing. Damn. Nothing, guys. So looks like we ain't gonna get it out of that theft system. All right, well, we tried it. All right, everyone, so the weather got really bad. It just started raining out of nowhere. It started getting super bad. In the background you can see I started disassembling the Impala, getting ready to disassemble the transmission from the Monte Carlo, but the rain would not stop. It just kept going and going. It even continued for the next day. It started getting worse and started flooding, so it just had to come to a complete stop. Couldn't even record. I didn't want to get the phone soaked with water, so I just went outside and tried to show you guys how bad it was getting, how flooded it was getting in my area. But I was able to get a short video once the rain and the flood went down of me having the engine out of the Impala. I mean, it was a hassle, but I was needing to get it ready to get sold so I can get some extra money to finish up the Monte Carlo. What's going on, everybody? So we're back at it. Here's the Impala Super Sport. Looks like shit, but what we did was we just we're scrapping the whole car. There's no engine. We sold the engine. We took out the transmission. We put in the Monte Carlo. And we took out the sunroof. Let me turn the camera around so I can show you guys a little bit more of it. So there is no engine. There's nothing in here no more. I took everything out. I even took out the condenser, the fans. Tried to sell some parts and whatnot, but here's the rest of it. I cut out some skin from the metal for the sunroof in case someone wants to install it on something different, or just buy the sunroof itself. Let me see if I can, there we go. And I took off the wing. I gotta sell that. I got one Super Sport wheel, but that one's a little jacked up right there, but don't need it. I was able to scrap the other ones. The one on that side was cracked, and I got the Boss speakers, all of them out. I was able to sell the airbag S with the SS emblem. I still have the radio. I sold the interior, but this thing is stripped down to the bottom practically. And now I'm just getting ready for a tow to come buy it. For 80 bucks. For scrap metal. I mean, At the scrapyard, they're taking, I think it was $160 for the way it is. But to pay for another tow truck and to drive out there and all that type of stuff, I mean, I must probably split about the same amount and still get $80 because I got to pay for the tow and everything. But there it is. The rest of the Impala Super Sport. It did its job. I was able to sell the engine for $600. I used the transmission. I sold the interior for, I think it was $65. The airbag with the SS emblem, $65. I can't really remember what else. My son almost ran in the street trying to throw dirt while there's a car passing. Oh my God, it's hard. Anyways, so the steering wheel with the SS emblem for $65. I still have the speakers. I got the sunroof right here. I got some parts in it, out of it, like the center dash. There's some of the skin of the roof. I got the bumper lip. I still got a good amount of stuff out of it. I'm pretty sure I sold some more stuff, but I can't remember. Here's the the Monte Carlo. I got the Impala bumper on it for right now. I do want to find a Monte Carlo front bumper. Everything's in there. I got to update some videos because it's still not yet ready. But I was trying to figure out the sunroof. I can't get the sunroof to open and close from the switch. I switched it out to switch because I took out a switch from the Impala for the sunroof and it's not working either. I don't know if it's a wiring problem, so I've been trying to track that down. I need to get a back bumper. The center dash, the glove box is broken. I need a few stuff to get going, but we have test drove it. To make sure it runs good. The engine's engaging perfectly. I put a new oil pan, gasket, transmission gasket, and I still got some more work to be done to it. All right, everyone. So here's the Monte Carlo Super Sport. We're about to sell it today. I haven't got done everything I needed to do, but circumstances have came around and I'm not going to be able to finish what I wanted to do, but at the same time try to make some type of money right now. So it's running and driving. Everything's good with it except the ABS and the traction control is on. There's no engine codes. It's running and driving perfectly fine. So obviously the tires are really not in good shape. Well, not to me, obviously. They're not in good shape. I never got the seats done. I really wanted to... My plan was to do everything. But right now, the best option for me, for expenses, I'm going to go ahead and just sell it like this. I was able to put the Super Sport headrests on this Monte Carlo from the Impala that we had, and then everything's cleaned up. I haven't got time to vacuum it. I don't know if I had a startup video, but I'll start it up. Let me go get the keys. So 129,000 miles, ABS, tire pressure, and traction control. Sounds good. I don't know about the popping, but I mean, it sounds good. There it is. So let me break it down to you guys about the pricing and everything. All right, so in total for the Impala Super Sport, for the car alone was $600, and the reason why we got that Impala was for the transmission for this Monte Carlo. The Impala was $600 in total. Gas it up, I think it was $137, and $85 for the trailer bed. So in total to go get the Impala was total was $822, and all the parts like the dash and the door handle, airbag, the headlights and airbox, the catalytic converter, the engine, the whole car for scrap, one of the rims, the one that was cracked, the tranny, that bad tranny from this Monte Carlo, and the battery was scrapped too, and the whole sunroof. I even cut out the whole metal with the sunroof. So in total of all that was $1,170 in parts. So just alone from that Impala, we made $348 profit from that Impala, and with the free transmission. I didn't even include the transmission. So we got a free transmission to make this Impala, this Monte Carlo run. So that's the only reason why we went to go get that car in the first place, was for the transmission. So we made a total of $348 profit on that Impala. So we bought this car for $1,200. It needed a transmission pan gasket and the transmission fluid, the engine oil and engine oil filter, tranny fluid, transmission fluid, and engine oil pan gasket. And so in total, all that came out to $1,311, which is with the car and all the maintenance it needed, without, you know, getting everything else what was wrong with it. So in total, with the profit from the Impala, we're sitting on $855. Wait. So pause it there, mister. You're adding your book wrong. So I did add something extra in the book that I forgot to take out, which the total was $963. So I am going to be saying $855 through mainly the rest of this video. So $855 for what we got so far for this whole car. So that's like saying we never got the Impala, and we just got this one running and driving and looking all right. You know, we got the front bumper a little bit more better condition than the Impala. I mean, the Monte Carlo front bumper. This one needs a little work, but you know, it's not the Impala. I mean, it's not the Monte Carlo front bumper, it's the Impala Super Sport. So right now, in total, we're at $855 for this car. So I just listed it for $2,200. I got 3 people coming today to check it out and see if I can make a offer on it. I don't really want to, you know, I want to make some kind of profit from the labor of just, you know, taking out the transmission, doing the whole engine pan gasket, you know, everything else. But I listed it for $2,200. I don't think it's a bad deal for the mileage it has. The transmission was excellent, works great. Drove it a few times already, and you know, it's not in too bad of a condition. It obviously needs a buff because the hood, the roof, and the trunk are faded. So let's go ahead and see if we get a buyer. I'll update you guys once we get the buyer, if we end up selling it and for how much we make a deal for, and see how much profit we make on it. So let's find out. Not gonna lie, gonna miss this fucking car. was really looking forward to doing some crazy stuff to it. All right, everybody. Now that the Monte Carlo sold, so when I redo my book, kept saying $855. Well, it was $963. So now that we sold it for $1,700, which is, I know, is really not a lot, but as car inflation and prices of car nowadays, you know, sometimes you can't ask for the most, and I really don't want to sit on a car for too long just to get a great price. But I feel like selling the car for a decent amount, the faster, as long as I make some type of profit. So the whole process of getting that Monte Carlo running took me a week. The first couple of days was going good, and it rained for 2 days, and then it took me 1 day to go and get the Impala, and then the rest of the remaining 2 days was letting me finish up the Monte Carlo and getting it sold. So it took me a week in total. So we sold it for $1,700. That's subtracting with $963, so that left us with the profit of $878. So $870 in a week profit. I feel like it's a win. I mean, I didn't really lose too much, and also, the car wasn't in perfect condition as I wanted it to be. But overall, it was a good flip, and we just gotta see what's next. So hopefully you guys stay tuned so we can see what next car we get, and hopefully it's a cool one. See you guys next time.